I had been open with my parents and been honest about where I was going. I'll go spend time in Woodbank with a guy.
I don't know. This is how you go.
He gives me the keys.
Also, it was very wild of me to give someone I barely know my house keys.
Imagine, guys.
The bank.
Do you understand how that trip is? And never in my head is it clicking that you don't really know this guy. I mean, we had been talking, but I don't really know him to that extent. For my first impression, I was shocked because I'm like, okay, into this guy's house, you don't know if it's clean or what's happening. And I get there, guys.
Hey.
Smiling. You're about to laugh.
I'm smiling because I remember my body when we were pacing in order and they asked you for the drink and you're like stirring for the Jaeger.
And that guy crept up, right? It was a Nando's guy.
Oh man. Let me take a sip. Let me clear my throat.
So yeah. Sit back a bit. Like that.
Who kissed you? Who didn't kiss you? Who didn't give you shine?
Wow, man.
Ezakepuna umhlaba kamasipala zawubhekisa phezulu ezimnyama ngenkane bathi bakane.
Oh, she's finally home, by the way.
My views on this one is like, I wish if this can happen each and every after 2 weeks or monthly. Yeah.
Welcome home, baby.
Thank you. What did you say to me earlier?
What? Simba. You're finally home.
Oh, happy 2022, guys.
Happy 2022, guys. Ritseni, we are within.
Yeah.
Well, we are inside.
Yeah.
And we are happy to be here. We hope you guys are good as well.
No man, happy 2022.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. It's good to start a new year, and finally from my side to start it on with such positivity, because I think the past year for me I started it off negative and it just went bad.
I like how you said negative.
Yeah, so yeah man, I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're still alive. We survived 2021 and the twos must just be great. And for the two smooches. One, two.
Your mom is watching
Two
this. You know
smooches.
that.
Two smooches. Oh. Alright. Hi guys.
Yeah. Let's welcome them in Afrikaans.
Yo.
Let's welcome them back. Welkom terug bij die J-Tube channel. Ja, welkom terug. Wat zei jij, Marian?
Ja, bij die J gaan voor jou.
I'm trying to say YouTube in Afrikaans. Yay!
I think because Afrikaans, change it could cover something like
Channel one.
Yeah.
Channel won't be channel in Afrikaans. It should be kanaal. So. No.
Voor die vandaagse nieuws. De 3 mannen het gegaan bij de kerk en en gingen prepareren en chip en pulboer en bergjes en hij is gegaan bergen de kerk het gereden. winter man in the first Woensdag Vrijdag en brr gaan bro no. It is part the bit.
Man, no, I need to improve on my Afrikaans. I need to improve on my Afrikaans.
I know,
but yeah.
you passed matric.
And you know, I used to be not a straight A student, but when I did Afrikaans, I used to be good. I used to put together essays in Afrikaans, and it was so dope.
Really?
Yeah, it was so dope.
I'll tell you now that all my essays.
Tell me that in Afrikaans.
Yeah, no. all my. Yeah, kan had to be there. Hella fun, baby.
Yeah, and the
And the Yetcha. I don't want it.
Then you know you are in it. Yeah.
I'd rather take on a new language.
Which one? Which other language would you like to learn?
C'est français.
French?
Yeah. Oui.
Why do you say yeah? Gâteau.
Oui.
Gâteau.
Oui. Que chatao? Gâteau.
Chateau? Gâteau.
Chatao? Gâteau.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Welcome back to it, guys. But anyway, yeah. Welkom in terug.
Welkom in terug, baby.
Yeah. Welkom
baby.
Yeah.
Yalla, sabi gang.
Yeah, Yalla Sabi gang. Oh, thank you so much we reached 1,000 subscribers. Yeah! Somewhere in December.
We are currently at 1.3 point something.
Yeah, no, and in less than like 2 months, or something like that. That's great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember when we reached it, we were literally. No, my cousins came over, and literally each and every subscriber we went up, they had to let me know that now we're not at 800 anymore, but we're at 800 and so it's amazing. Thank you guys. But before we get carried away, we are coming to you with another story time.
Oh yes. You mean today's segment?
Today's segment.
Yeah, now Kia will explain to you guys and her mom how she drove over 100 kilometers to come see a guy she barely knows. Me.
Mama.
And you stayed over for like a day or two, ne?
I think it was a day or two.
Yeah.
Mom, I think beyond this point, I should apologize. I do not wish or mean to disrespect you. And but anyways, guys, on a serious note, I should put it out there that in everything that you do, every decision that you take that could alter your life and the people in your life is something that you need to be honest about. In my case, I told a fib about where I was going.
You told a what?
A fib.
What is that?
It's a lie, my darling.
Oh.
I told a fib about where I was going, which was not safe. And given the state where our country and nation is at currently, where girls are being killed, kidnapped, raped, all the horrific things you could think of, it's not a good idea, and you should not be lying about where you're going, where your whereabouts, and with who. But from my side, I at least told friends where I would be just in case anything was going to happen. I kept in contact with my parents, but
you kept in contact with your parents, but they didn't know where you were going. They thought they knew where you were going, so that doesn't count. Get into the story.
So remember how I told you guys that in less than 24 hours the girl was hooked, the girl was in love with men's. So
this was on episode 1.
Yes. So we'd continue on chatting because he was in Woodbank, right? But the distance for me, I didn't like it. I wanted to get to know him then and then, and I wanted it to be face-to-face, physical, you know? So he's like, because babe, Lo and I, you're that person who just throws something like, yeah, let's do it. Like you'd say, come see me.
I'm very spontaneous.
Yeah, no, very. So I've never also had that, you know. So when it happened, you were like, nah, come see me. I was like, okay, I'm taking a chance. Let's do this. Let's do this. And guys, I got into the car early morning. I think it was past 6, if not 7. I got into the car and I started driving on the N1. Guys.
We met at Sasol.
At a Sasol garage.
In Bronkhorstspruit. So
Yes.
if you leave Pretoria out of the Pretoria east side, past the Blythe, past the Mamelodi, Solomon Mahlangu Drive, you go up with
Guys.
the one towards Witbank.
Do you understand how
Sasol
that
there.
trip is? And never in my head is it clicking that, yeah, you don't know where you're going. You don't really know this guy. I mean, we had been talking, but I don't really know him to that extent for me to drive so far and go meet up with him, you know?
At the time you had, okay, why did you trust me that much?
If anything, I was taking a chance on love and hoping that it was going to pay off.
Okay.
I was taking a chance on also being spontaneous because it's something that I never did. Literally, there would come opportunities where I'm presented to do something. Let's go somewhere, and I'm always, nah, I don't want to. Nah, I'm not interested. No, my mom's gonna say no without me even having to ask my mom.
Yeah.
So with you, I think I was so blinded by love that I was willing to drive over 100 kilometers for somebody that I don't know. But the conversations that I've also had with you, they gave me a surety that I could trust you, you know?
Okay.
I know that might sound stupid, but literally just talking to you made me feel comfortable enough knowing that wherever I'm driving to, I'm gonna be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I drove, I met up with him, and in meeting up with him, I'm like, okay, so that means that he's just gonna drive, I'm gonna drive behind him, he's gonna take me to his place, we're gonna have breakfast, whatever happens, okay, cool.
But I was at work, so I couldn't do all of that. So,
And I didn't know that. I knew that you were at work, but I didn't know the plan of me
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
there, what was going to happen,
okay.
right?
That's when you came to the garage and I said, here's my keys, and I gave you directions. Because it was literally off the N1.
Yeah.
It was right next to the N1.
Yeah.
N4. So I remember I got there before you, right? And then you came through and then I said, okay, here are the keys. I think I had a meeting somewhere.
You said you have a meeting.
Yeah, with one of the guys. And then I gave you the keys and then I gave you directions to say this is how you go.
He gives me the keys.
Also, it was very wild of me to give someone I barely know my house keys.
Imagine, guys. Imagine. I think this was our first ever proper meet up since we met the first time, right? Because
No, it was
we went to the park, remember?
Yeah, but
Where-
that was proper.
That was proper. But
Yeah.
okay, then this was the second proper meetup.
Yeah.
He gives me the house keys, he gives me directions, and he's like, no, he'll be home as soon as he can. He just has to go to this meeting. I remember I was stuck in traffic. There was an accident or something like that, and you warned me about it because you...
Oh yes, because you were driving behind me for a while, for like 5 kilometers.
Yes.
Then I took the
Yes.
next off ramp,
Yes.
and then you were going straight.
And you were like, there's an accident. So I was caught in that traffic for some time. And then when it was cleared, I got to his place. I unlocked the door. I think in my first impression, I was shocked because I'm like, okay, Kia, so you're going into this guy's house. You don't know if it's clean or what's happening. And I get there, guys, it's so clean. It is so flipping clean. Like literally even the pillows are in order. I got into his bedroom just to check what's happening and the bed was in order. I was tempted to open his closet, but I was like, nope.
Now you're snooping.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, let me not, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. I didn't get food. I opened the fridge. It was okay. I mean, it's like you to cook, eat a meal, and then
and put it in his kaftin
and then leave them, and then you
Tupperware.
forget about them, you know. And at that point, I was tempted to clear all those kaftins.
And I called you to check if you're fine.
Yeah.
If you got in.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I got in, I parked, and all is good.
I was tempted to open the fridge and start clearing kaftins and cleaning, and I'm like, nope, girl.
Too soon.
Too soon. But it was wild for me, even just sitting there and waiting for you to say, you actually trusted me with your house keys? Like,
Well, you trusted me with your life. I mean, so the best I could do, or the least, was to
but
say,
it's
okay.
wild. Like, I think
It's super wild, but I think I also, from our conversations, I could tell that you are a pretty decent human being.
Yeah.
That wouldn't snoop around and freaking steal my caps. Since that's the most valuable thing I love the most.
your weaves.
My weaves, you know. So I was like, let me trust you. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, the worst that could happen was us getting to, I don't know, like an argument or something like that, and you have to leave or something like that, or your mom calling and saying something is wrong, you need to come back home.
Yeah.
Or you getting there and realizing, nah,
I don't want
to sleep here anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, okay.
But
I've
best
got 2
believe,
bedrooms with 2 beds. So
but best believe if your house was untidy that day, I would have gotten back into the car and left. Trust you me, but you're not that kind of person. But cleanliness is next to godliness.
I am a
Ke
god.
yona. Ke ra
I am a
di-temple.
yay.
Ke ra di-temple le yona. But yeah, man, I don't.
That was pretty wild.
It was very wild for both of us. For
Over
both
100
of us.
kilometers.
Over 100 kilometers.
And usually things like that would go on like a date. Maybe you guys go out on a date, or you go out to the movies, or you, I don't know, meet a couple of times again
Yeah.
for coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
But with us, because of the distance, and it wasn't possible. And
wasn't.
at the time, you were working almost full time.
Yeah, so my schedule also would get very intense at times.
Ghana, what did you tell your parents you were going?
You've got to be ashamed of yourself. You've got to be ashamed of yourself.
Sekunda, imagine. But you also had a gig in Sekunda.
I had a gig.
So it was-
I had a gig, so it kind of panned out for itself. But I was such a terrible liar. I remember my mom called, and I was panicking.
I remember I used to go to the bedroom.
I used to go
speak
to the
your mom.
bedroom just to speak to my mom and come up with some lie as to, because I was supposed to come back the next day.
Yeah.
And then we decided, the both of us.
I
to
didn't
extend-
just-
No,
No, sir. Not me.
no, baby, we took that decision together because you also said that you're not gonna go to work.
I wasn't going to work the next day.
You were going.
Don't lie. You see, don't lie on the public platform.
It was a Saturday. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It was a Saturday. I was supposed to
yes.
drive back this side.
You were supposed to drive back this side, and then we decided that I'll go home on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I don't regret. For sure, I don't regret. I do wish that I had been open with my parents and been honest about where I was going, but also telling your parents that I'm gonna go spend time in Woodbank with a guy.
I don't know. Yeah. But it was worth a chance, and I'm glad that you did that, because I think those were one of the defining factors of whether our relationship was gonna work or not.
Yeah.
So even though we spoke on the phone so much, and remember afterwards, then there was lockdown.
Fellow South Africans, good.
You know, so and I was stuck in Witbank, and you were this side in Pretoria and all that. But
I
yeah,
remember
I'm
the
glad.
day I saw you before the lockdown. Oh, that was hard for me.
Yeah, and I remember very.
But yeah, man. It's, I don't know. I can't really express what went through my mind having to take that decision, because that decision, it didn't take me long to say, okay,
And
I'm
I
gonna
cooked
pack
for
my
you
bags.
that day.
You did.
Yeah, I
you
cooked for
you made oxtail
I think I made oxtail
and rice
And
you
mash,
put
I
it,
think,
and
or
then you
something.
put it in this bowl, the rice, and then it came out and
Like
it
a
was
dome, yeah.
it was like a dome, and I was like,
But at the time, I didn't know that Kia didn't like a lot of food. In fact, she still doesn't like food in general. She eats in bits and pieces unless if I force her to take multivitamins that are going to make her eat.
yeah.
But at the time, I dished up for like a decent meal so that if you're jatata, then you'll be full.
Yeah.
If you're not a heavy eater, you would still like kotla a bit and still leave about half or about a third left.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I remember preparing a meal for you, and we were just holding conversations there, and it was a beautiful night, and I don't regret allowing you to come over. Also, I'm glad that you took the chance.
Yeah.
Like I said, that it was almost like a defining factor or a moment that said we could do this. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we could do this because
And we did it.
it was wonderful.
Did it, guys. But yeah, for me as well, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have decided not to do it. I wouldn't have not done it, you know, if given another opportunity to do it, which will never happen. But I'm glad that it happened. But I will let you guys know that if anything like that was to happen to you guys, be honest, be open, share with your loved ones as to where your whereabouts are, you know. But you find yourself a pretty decent guy who you feel safe and you know you're safe with, it's worth the chance.
Yeah, but yeah, interesting story. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled. Hey, welcome. Welcome home, man. Cheers, guys. I don't know how to sing.
Amara is singing, is chanting.
What is it?
Are they not chanting?
No. Cut. Cheers, guys.
Bye.